navigate to the on-duty menu and queue for the 8th Precinct Tier 1 solo on the One Player tab. Confirm the queue and complete the instance. Okay, so I actually went through that mission on my own time because all of the Tier 1 missions you can select here that just teleports you straight to them, they're all events that I've done before. So, like Meta Research Wing, enter the hospital and arrest the man in charge, rescue Supergirl from his clutches. Lair of the Spectre, the one we've just done. Joker's Funhouse, going up against Harley Quinn and saving Robin. So yeah, all of these Tier 1 missions are things that I've already gone through, except instead of having to do all of the lead-up missions outside and having more story thrown in and talking to the different heroes, it just throws you straight into the main event. So I've done that in my own time. Let's complete the mission and see what happens next. Queue for Mannheim's Chinese Theatre and complete it. Queue for Meta Research Wing, complete it. Queue for Lair of the Spectre and complete it. Queue for the Joker's Funhouse and complete it. Queue for Gotham University and complete it. Okay, let me just check, but I think those are all ones that I've done as well. I think those were all the ones I was just talking about. Okay, yes, and now we're moving on to single player as well as multiplayer stuff where you join up with other heroes and fight through different events. I think I'm going to stop the recording here. I'm going to stop the playthrough here because, well, I've done all of the single player main story stuff that goes through all of your mentor missions, and my mentor was Superman, so I got to help him out a lot. Yeah, now it's mostly focusing on these single events that you just go through. There's not much story associated to them, and more importantly, it's all about armor. All of these different tiers that you go through, that's in conjunction with what armor you're wearing. So I'm wearing tier 1 armor right now, then you get tier 2 armor, tier 3 armor, and so on and so forth, becoming more and more powerful, and it's one hell of a hazard. I've been avoiding showing you the armor system and just focusing on the gameplay, but as I'm wrapping things up now, I guess, let me show you what I'm talking about. Hey, Steel?
Only a 10-ton hero can handle this baby. Show me you're ready and we'll start your rig.
So as you can see, or well, you can't actually, because it doesn't just straight up tell you which vendors carry the tier 1 armor, tier 2 armor, what order you have to go in. You just have to look it up online, go on the internet and find that out. But yeah, he's selling the tier 1 armor, so you've got to collect and buy all of this armor, and once you have it, you can go up to tier 2, which is Batgirl and Power Girl and Wonder Girl, I think? Anyway, this is Batgirl's one.
This suit cannot be bought. It must be earned. Bring me proof that you are a champion, and we will begin.
Yep. So that's the tier 2 armor, and then tier 3 armor, I think, is Supergirl. And, nope, not you. I think it's Supergirl and just a standard Amazon warrior. She stood in front of a bunch of suits of armor as well. I'll see if I can find her whilst I'm talking, just so you can get a better look. But anyway, the problem is, getting all those suits of armor requires special currency, marks of victory, and I've been playing through the whole of the main game doing the mentor missions, and I've played through it and just done absolutely tons of stuff, and here's the Amazon woman. And then you've got these sets of armor. Yeah, you have to use marks of victory, and I've played through the entire game so far, doing tons of stuff, doing a bunch of side missions as well, and I've earned about 50 marks of victory, which I've managed to buy 2 sets of the tier 1 armor. And you can't just, like, buy one of these even though you've got enough. You've got to go up in the different sets. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. And yeah, after playing through the entire game, doing so much, I earned about 50 marks of victory, and I've spent all of them getting like 2 sets of tier 1 equipment. If you want to properly get a bunch of marks of victory, you have to spend quite a bit of money going through special events and player versus player stuff, and just stuff that I'm not interested in. So yeah, I think I'll end it here, because after this it's just going through all the events that you just teleport straight to, and it doesn't seem like there's much story to them, and eventually beating Brainiac. But in order to beat Brainiac, you have to go through all of these different types of events and missions and player versus player stuff, and getting the absolute top armor sets you can possibly get, so you survive for more than a second fighting against him, and having to team up with like 8 other players. And instead of it being about role-playing and getting to play as a hero alongside your favourite heroes, it just becomes like World of Warcraft or something, where it's all about damage per second and using just a huge volley of attacks where you can't see anything on the screen because you've got a bunch of other players all using their big attacks as well. And yeah, I'm not really interested in that, and it'll take absolutely forever to finally get to Brainiac and beat him, so that's why I decided to do this whole thing, just focusing on the main story, the main mentor missions. We've done that. We've become the member of the Justice League. We're an amazing hero that even Superman respects and looks to me as a friend. Yeah, that will do. Damn, if I had known I'd only be recording like 2 more parts, I would have completed this before moving on to Ultimate Spider-Man, but I had no idea how many missions were left before I'd actually complete Superman's main storyline. Oh well, I guess 30 parts, play a whole other different game, and then come back to this for a meager 2 parts will do. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've enjoyed seeing Blue Frost coming from Apocalypse, getting captured by Brainiac, breaking free, and becoming a hero of Earth, finding his place here. Yeah, I just hope you've enjoyed this, because I certainly have. Just not all of the more World of Warcrafty type stuff where you really have to focus on armor and damage per second and stuff like that. Won't be doing that. So, now that I've done, well, I'm not 100% complete with this actually. There is like 1 more mission I want to do, but I'm going to save that for a lot later and make it its own special thing with a different character. But otherwise, I'm done with this. So, leave me suggestions for other superhero type games you'd like to see me play. I'll be moving on with another game that I've been recommended, Prototype. And until then, bye for now. Okay, so instead of ending things on a 6, 7, 8 minute rant, let's try finishing things on a high note by completely eradicating Brainiac's presence on Earth.
Look at this mess. Cover me while we take out these bogeys.
Okay, destroy a bunch of Brainiac forces. I can certainly handle that. So yeah, we're going to be getting rid of Brainiac's forces completely, just destroying them utterly. And you know what, I may be ever so slightly over-leveled for this. This is probably like a level 10, level 15 mission or something, and I've made it so that... Oh god. Yeah, just a couple of punches and these big forces are completely done. Obviously this is just showcasing how much more powerful I've become than when I first started. Obviously. So yeah, almost completely eradicated Brainiac's presence on Earth. Greatest hero of all time. I certainly didn't finish this up with like 8 minutes of talking and ranting. No, no, no. Finishing things with a bunch of incredible action. There we go. Completely wrecked. Brainiac forces completely taken care of. The Earth is saved.
Finally, a signal. Get ready to move. Brainiac is capturing other exobyte targets, so he's definitely planning to bottle the whole place. Save those people and take them to the drop-off safe zone nearby.
Okay, so once again, Brainiac trying to collect information, bottling up cities, the usual shtick. But we're not going to let him get a hold of these guys. We are saving them. Okay, where am I taking this to? Over here. Okay, there you go. I'll try sticking pretty close to that area then. And yep, I've played through the whole game. I certainly know how to pick objects up. There we go. Nice and simple.
Target coordinates transferred.
Ooh, break out of that. They're trying to collect me. Okay, don't you worry. We're gonna save you. Nothing to fret over. Completely destroying all of Brainiac's forces, driving him completely off of the planet Earth. Okay, just one more should do it. There we go.
Ooh, we've made him mad. He's targeting all of my comm frequencies. Luckily, I know a few tricks. So get to Brainiac's ground zero. All those troops and ships, he'll start bottling any moment unless you stop him.
Okay, don't you worry. I'll have that sorted in just a second. These guys do not stand a chance. Unless they interrupt me a billion times whilst I'm trying to override those communication arrays. Don't know why I don't just smash them. I've got enough strength on my side. Okay, so just hop from one communicator to another, destroy all these guys in a single hit. Nothing to it. Okay, so I've destroyed enough of the Brainiac forces already, just need to focus on these communicators now. Okay, let's fly up above. Try and ignore these guys so I can do this nice and quick. There we go, one more. And job done. Oh, someone else did it, so job done now. Okay, return to Little Bohemia. And we'll get our thanks for saving the day.
Nice job. That should buy us some time to form a counterattack against Brainiac.
Alright, the end. The day is saved. I'm the greatest hero of all time, and I certainly did not finish this up with a bunch of talking, a bunch of ranting. No, 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 just straight up action from me. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this. Join me next time for Prototype. And until then, as always, leave me suggestions for other superhero type games you'd like to see me play. Bye for now.